Ever wondered why Gemini men are hailed as the life of the party yet often leave you feeling emotionally drained? Is it their charm or something more sinister? Let's dive into the fascinating world of the Gemini man, a world filled with charisma, versatility, and a captivating magnetism that draws people in. These individuals are often the life of any gathering, their vivacious energy and quick wit enchanting everyone around them. But as with any coin, there's a flip side to this engaging personality. Gemini men are known for their ability to adapt to any situation, and their charm is a key aspect of this adaptability. They can easily switch between being the center of attention to a thoughtful listener, making them appear considerate and attentive. But what happens when this charm starts to conceal something more? Unfortunately, the same charm and adaptability that make Gemini men so captivating can potentially mask narcissistic tendencies. Narcissism, in its simplest form, is an excessive interest in oneself or one's physical appearance, often accompanied by a lack of empathy for others. This trait can be particularly challenging to spot in a Gemini man, who is naturally charming and engaging. The allure of a Gemini man lies in his charisma, his easygoing nature, and his ability to engage in captivating conversations. However, beneath this sociable exterior, there may be a tendency to manipulate and control, a trait often associated with narcissism. This doesn't mean that every Gemini man is a narcissist, but it's important to be aware of the potential pitfalls hidden beneath their charming exterior. Being involved with a Gemini man can be a thrilling ride, full of laughter, intellectual conversations, and exciting unpredictability. But it's equally crucial to recognize when this ride takes a turn towards unhealthy dynamics and emotional exhaustion. The Gemini charm can be intoxicating, but it can also hide a deeper, more complex personality trait, narcissism. As we dive deeper into the world of Geminis, we'll explore how to navigate these complexities, ensuring that the ride is not just thrilling, but also emotionally satisfying and healthy. Gemini men are excellent communicators, but does this skill always lead to deeper connections? That's the question we're exploring in this segment. Gemini men, born under the sign of the twins, are known for their wit, charm, and conversational prowess. They can hold a conversation with ease, charm you with their knowledge, and make you feel like the center of their world. But here's the catch. While Gemini men are masters at surface-level charm, they often struggle to forge deeper emotional connections. You see, their natural versatility and adaptability can sometimes come at the expense of depth. They can be so caught up in the moment, so wrapped up in the thrill of the conversation, that they forget to delve deeper, to truly connect on an emotional level. This dynamic can be challenging for those seeking a deeper bond with a Gemini man. It can feel like you're constantly skating on the surface of the pond, never quite able to break through the ice to the depths below. And this isn't because they're intentionally aloof or uncaring, it's just that their minds are always buzzing, always looking for the next exciting topic to explore, the next stimulating conversation to engage in. So what does this mean for you? It means that if you're seeking a deeper emotional connection with a Gemini man, you may need to be proactive. You may need to steer the conversation towards more emotional topics, to gently guide them towards a deeper level of connection. It's about finding the balance between enjoying their charm and wit and fostering a more profound emotional bond. Remember, every relationship is a dance. It's about learning to move with your partner, learning to navigate their strengths and weaknesses, their quirks and idiosyncrasies. It's about understanding that a Gemini man's communicative prowess is a double-edged sword. It can create a delightful, engaging connection on one hand, but it can also lead to a sense of emotional superficiality on the other. Gemini's communication skills can be a double-edged sword, capable of creating connections, yet potentially superficial ones. So it's crucial to understand these dynamics and navigate them with patience, understanding, and love. Inconsistency and adaptability are the Gemini's hallmarks, but what impact do they have on relationships? This question is one that many women grapple with while navigating relationships with Gemini men, especially those showing narcissistic tendencies. Gemini, represented by the twins, is known for its dual nature. This duality brings a unique blend of inconsistency and adaptability that can make relationships with Gemini men feel like a thrilling roller coaster ride. One moment, they're full of charm, wit, and engaging conversation. The next, they may seem distant, detached, or even indifferent. This inconsistency can be a challenge, especially for those who crave stability and predictability in their relationships. It can feel as though you're constantly trying to keep up with their changing moods and interests, which can be both exciting and exhausting. Moreover, their adaptability can sometimes be misinterpreted as being uncommitted or nonchalant, adding another layer of complexity to the relationship dynamics. So, how do you maintain stability and clarity in a relationship with a Gemini man? The first step is understanding. Recognize that their inconsistency and adaptability are not reflections of their feelings for you, but rather inherent aspects of their personality. It's like trying to pin down a gust of wind. It's simply not in its nature. Next, communication is key. Open, honest conversations can help bridge the gap between their ever-changing nature and your need for consistency. It's important to express your feelings and needs without blaming or criticizing. Remember, it's not about changing them, but about finding a middle ground where both parties feel valued and heard. Finally, patience and flexibility are your allies. Relationships with Gemini men can be unpredictable, but they're also filled with spontaneity and excitement. Embrace their adaptability, but also set boundaries that protect your emotional well-being. The Gemini man's inconsistency and adaptability can be challenging, but understanding these traits can help navigate the relationship's turbulent waters. So buckle up and enjoy the ride, knowing you're armed with insights and strategies to keep your relationship on an even keel. Scene script. Gemini men love intellectual stimulation, but where do we draw the line between healthy mental engagement and narcissistic behavior? This is a question that might have crossed your mind if you've ever been in a relationship with a Gemini man. Gemini men are known for their intellectual prowess. They are quick-witted, curious, and always eager to engage in a thought-provoking conversation. Their minds are a whirlwind of ideas and theories, and they often love to share their insights. This can be an exciting and stimulating aspect of a relationship with a Gemini man. It can feel like you're constantly learning and growing, being challenged to see the world from new perspectives. However, sometimes this intellectual stimulation can cross a line. It can turn into a kind of intellectual dominance, where the Gemini man feels the need to always be the smartest person in the room. In these situations, conversations can start to feel more like lectures than dialogues. You might find that your ideas are dismissed or belittled, or that the Gemini man always has to have the last word. This is where intellectual stimulation can start to veer into narcissism. It's important to remember that an intellectually stimulating relationship should be a two-way street. It's not just about one person sharing their ideas and insights, but about both partners learning from each other, challenging each other, and growing together. If you find that your relationship with a Gemini man is becoming one-sided, it might be time to take a step back and evaluate whether this intellectual stimulation is actually serving you, or if it has crossed into the realm of narcissism. Navigating the complexities of mental engagement in a relationship can be challenging, but it's an essential part of maintaining a healthy and balanced connection. It's about finding that sweet spot where you can enjoy the intellectual stimulation that a Gemini man brings to the table without letting it overshadow your own voice and perspective. So remember, intellectual stimulation can be exciting, but it's crucial to recognize when it crosses into the realm of narcissism. Keep this in mind as you navigate your relationship with your Gemini man, and you'll be well equipped to maintain a healthy and engaging connection. Navigating a relationship with a narcissistic Gemini man requires resilience and self-awareness. But how can women establish boundaries while embracing the Gemini energy? Dive in with me as we unravel this conundrum. In the dance of relationships, setting boundaries is akin to choreographing your own dance steps. It's about defining the movements that make you feel comfortable and safe, while also navigating the rhythm of your partner. When dealing with a narcissistic Gemini man, boundaries serve as your personal safety net, ensuring that his charismatic energy doesn't overshadow your own needs and desires. So how do you establish these boundaries? It's a process that begins with self-awareness. Understand what you are comfortable with, what you value, and what you need from a relationship. Once you're clear on these aspects, communicate them assertively. Remember, it's not about controlling the other person, but about maintaining your own peace and happiness. Yet, in the flurry of setting boundaries, don't forget to embrace the Gemini energy. Their vivacious spirit, intellectual prowess, and adaptability can bring a dynamic spark to the relationship. The key is to balance this embrace with your own self-care. Speaking of self-care, it plays a pivotal role in managing relationships. It's about nurturing your own mental, emotional, and physical well-being. Whether it's taking time out for a soothing bath, indulging in a hobby, or simply saying no when you're overwhelmed, self-care is about putting your well-being at the forefront. In a relationship with a narcissistic Gemini man, self-care takes on an added layer of importance. It's your personal shield, helping you maintain your sense of self amid his charming yet potentially overbearing personality. So, dear listeners, as we navigate the labyrinth of relationships, remember this: setting boundaries is not about building walls, but about creating space for mutual respect and understanding. And self-care, it's not an act of selfishness, but a testament to your self-love and resilience. Establishing boundaries and prioritizing self-care are crucial when dealing with a narcissistic Gemini man. Remember, your well-being is paramount.